Hello, back with Bookshelf Tour. Actually, a little addition, I guess, to my comic book thing. But these are all European albums because we're into Ager and into Tintin with Gosney and Underzo. So yeah, these are books that I kind of co-own, or probably are actually mostly Jaja's, but are a deep part of my are a good definitely a side part of my history of comics. These are comics that I first got introduced to as a kid in the 80s in the library, where they stocked these and you were able to read them for free. And yeah, so we have quite a few of them. I actually read there's something in, I believe in, is it probably in French? Yes, a French version of the Boy Detective, the Belgian Boy Detective. I read a biography of Ager, which made a lot of attempts to try and apologize for his past, as he basically came up in fascist newspapers in Belgium. And it's like, instead of sort of saying like, look, this is what happened, and let's deal with it. These are the times, and he was on the wrong side, and to actually kind of delve into that, the biography made the biggest effort possible to just sort of whitewash over the whole thing. Which, I mean, it was probably something that was funded. It was an authorized biography. It had all of Ager's illustrations in it, so it's from his camp, but it did no favors to him by trying to whitewash his history. Which, look, we have Tintin American with kind of the racist kind of Tintin in America. I don't know if I've got it here, but there's Tintin in Congo, one of his very earliest, which is, I mean, Belgians in Congo, and yeah, deeply racist, colonialist, genocidal stuff. This, I think, actually is the callback to. Can I pull it out here? Burns. If I can find it. Yes. See that there, and that there, Burns. You can see this is where the Tintin overlap happens. So it's like, RJ. I don't think he should be expunged, but you should definitely explore, like, this Boy Detective comes out of kind of that kind of a fascist milieu. So while I can still enjoy all his comics, I can also just sort of be aware of the thought process behind them. And a lot of times, like, all this exotic going all over the world is kind of connected to a kind of a history of colonialism, of of the white explorer coming in and doing stuff. I mean, it's so, yeah. While at the same time, it's like a lot of the stories, a lot of the kind of the shape of the stories is something that still shapes a lot of the genre fiction today. So it does us no favors to ignore that past. If you don't actually kind of learn about that past, then a lot of this stuff just gets lodged in your brain unquestioned, which is definitely how I take it. So that's the. Ooh, man, that one's just got completely bent. Let's squash it down there. And then, then we go on to the asterisks that the house has. Probably your Jajas, but I'm going to hold them up in front of the camera because I do enjoy them. These two big albums here collect, the very kind of the big stuff. Asterisk and the Golden Sickle, Asterisk and the Cauldron, Asterisk and the Banquet, The Mansion of the Gods, Asterisk and Cedar's Gift. They're all kind of imagining an imaginary Gaulish village